Hi guys, so Stellar has recently undergone a major rewrite for both their Amazon and Target module. So in this video today, I'm going to be going over the best setup for both Amazon and Target, along with some smaller updates and changes that Stellar has seen. So the version I am on, of course, is 2.2.2, and I'll be sure to link any update notes down below in the description. So Stellar has also not released their intercom, which is Stellar's own guide for their members, but of course Cartful Flips is on it. As always, if you guys need any kind of settings for any bot, the best setup, SKU sheet, free monitors, and pings for any major drops, I recommend applying to our free group, which will be linked down below. So let's get started. So first things first, one major update, the first being Offer ID. Offer ID has been removed, meaning that you will need to completely remake any tasks that you've had in the past, as in being on a past version previously to 2.2.2. So yes, again, you're gonna have to remake them. The modes are now Monitor, Turbo, and Buy Box. Turbo is now replacing Offer ID. Buy Box is essentially Offer ID 2, and I'll of course go over the setup shortly. Lastly, tags are recommended now when running on Amazon, as it's very easy to set up, and I quickly just want to show you, which I'll show you in the setup as well. You can do custom tags, which I will make a separate video on in the future, but for now, go ahead, click new tag. We're going to be setting up for PS5s in this video. Go ahead, select that, click manage SKUs, and paste your SKUs here. Again, these are two PS5 SKUs, the digital and the disc. Click save, and now they're saved here. Going over to tasks. One more important thing, sessions. Sessions have been cleared. Thermum has required everybody to relog into their sessions. I'm going to post a screenshot now of what's going to happen if you try running on Amazon now. So again, redo your sessions. Okay, so moving on to tasks. Go ahead, click create task. We're going to set up a monitor as always. Click whatever proxies you have. So go ahead, add that SKU in there. I'm going to go ahead and grab the offer ID as well. Again, of course, as always, it is in our server. Delay, go ahead, add the delay. For monitors, I'm just going to go ahead and leave this at 2,000. Max price, as this is a PS5, 650 is fine. You can, of course, lower that a bit. And for these settings, you don't need to mess with them too much, of course. If you know what you're doing, go ahead and change these around. I'm going to go ahead and leave reset delay at 10,000. Go ahead, click create. Now, on to the more important tasks, which is Turbo and Buy Box. So, Turbo, go ahead. You actually do not need monitor proxies here anymore, as they are run on server side, which is basically Stellar's own proxies that they run for you. Go ahead, enter that input list, and as we previously just did, we did add PS5, so go ahead, add PS5s. For delay, changes to whatever you'd like. I'm just going to do 1,000, of course. Better settings are in the server. Just want to put that out there. Browser fingerprint settings, you can go ahead and leave that blank. Card attempts, I recommend 15, and checkout 15 as well. Amazon Smile, you do not need to have this on anymore. Should solve CAPTCHA, not needed. Should bot use cart cache, not needed. We do go more in depth in our server, of course, but for now, you can just leave these blank. I will have another update video in the future kind of explaining these more, but for now, go ahead and leave them blank. You can also play with browser fingerprint setting. I do recommend random, but these are the settings. Go ahead, click create, and moving on to Buy Box. Buy Box again is the Offer ID 2, which is just changed to Buy Box now. Go ahead, we're doing PS5s again. Enter that delay, whatever you'd like. We're just gonna do 1,000. Enter that session, quantity, random, card attempts, checkout attempts, and you can go ahead and leave this all blank and click create. Now, this is how your task should look. Out of stock, perfect. Starting your monitor set, getting test offer ID, checking account, and now waiting for monitor alert. Now again, both of these, you can either have a proxy in the monitor set or you can just leave it blank. I do personally recommend either having a bit of mixed or just leaving it blank and letting it run on server side. So to highlight some points on this new Target update on the version of, again, 2.2.2, Hype 2 is now recommended over Hype. Pickup versus Pickup 2 does not matter. I saw some confusion on that. Pickup is just fine. That's what I personally run. Having a low checkout delay may result in account locks, just an FYI. And lastly, policy item demand that many of you may be getting is just Target's anti-bot. So moving on to the create task for Target. Again, it's going to be very similar. You do now need a monitor for every single task, so keep that in mind. We're going to be running for PS5s. Enter your proxy. Go ahead, enter that SKU. Had to take a break to get the SKU really quick. Enter that delay. 2000 is fine. 90 radius. Again, put that radius to whatever you're willing to drive. And as PS5s are pickup, I recommend doing pickup or pickup 2. For sports cards, API, API 2, and ATC is what you're going to be doing. Pickup, enter that reset delay. 10,000 is just fine. Go ahead, click create, and moving on to Hype 2. So for Hype 2, enter those proxies. Pickup, enter that SKU. Again, that is a PS5. Enter whatever delay you'd like. I'm going to do 500. Checkout delay. You can play with this. I do recommend going a bit higher, as I said, having it too low may result in account locks. Change that session. Override payment, I always recommend turning that on. Go ahead, click create, and it is very similar to the previous update, but this is how it should look. Go ahead, start that task. OOS is exactly what you want, and it should be waiting for monitor on here. There you go. You're good to go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, a suggestion, really anything. I love hearing your guys' feedback. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.